Trudno.
Hey, Isaac.
Patron.
Hey. I had a question. I've heard you say something or discuss with other people before about the body being a portal or something like that. I can't remember the exact words, but yeah, using the body as a portal to recognizing who we are. I don't know if that's how it was being described, but it sounded like that. I was wondering if you could explain what you meant by that, if that's what you meant.
I don't remember saying that, but to me, it's like we used to thinking in terms of nouns. So we say a body, but if you look, it's really a verb. It's bodying because it's changing every second.
Yep.
And also, when we think of this activity called bodying, or somehow there's for most people, I'd say, a sense that the body is independent and separate from totality. That somehow there's that it's separate, yeah, I would say it like that. Yeah. But if we look, even just with common sense, we can see that this bodying activity does not exist without breathing. And if we're not sure, there's a little plastic bag and 5 minutes is enough to do the trick. You can just check to see if it exists without breathing, and you'll see very quickly it doesn't. So if you consider that breathing is fundamental, you could say, to this bodying activity, once you consider that, then where does the bodying begin and end? It doesn't seem to, as far as I can say. So usually there's some sense of, I am this body, not even bodying, I am this body. And from that perspective, it feels like we're finite in a certain way. But if we look and see, somehow in this moment, this what I call awareness, which you can't really say what it is or where it begins or where it ends or anything like that. All you can say is that there's awareness of sensations, of thoughts, of feelings, of perceptions. And if we look again really simply, what we call the world, what we call the universe, is information. So, and our senses, human senses, pick up a small little band of the information that's there. We don't pick up on most of it, actually. We live within a tiny band, and then, so we could say that this moment is actually sensations, which then get interpreted through our conditioning and our trauma, and then we end up with the perception. But it's a very limited view. So,
yeah.
And then if you look to see, how do you know there's a universe? I would say you sense it, correct?
Yeah.
And then how do you know there's a bodying activity? Just in your own experience now.
Yeah, the body is just sensations
sensations, yeah.
and pictures, images. Yeah.
Yeah, ideas,
Yeah.
you know, depending on how you were raised, you have a sense of, okay, it's a beautiful bodying activity, or you have some idea, oh, it's ugly, or it's not, you know, somehow it's not okay, or something like that, or it's okay. Really, a lot of that's dependent on how you were raised and what kind of a field, whether you were met with
Mm.
appreciation, honoring, or you were met as a nuisance or something in between. Yeah. So once we realize that the spotting activity is a sensation, then
Yeah.
the question arises, are you in the bodying? Was the bodying in you?
Yeah. The sensations, if I look closely, they're yeah, in awareness. Um,
Yeah, which is
and
backwards how
I
most people see things. Most people
yeah,
think they're either they think they're the body, or they think they're in the body.
yeah,
They don't have the perspective of that their nature is awareness, and that everything is appearing in that.
yeah, yeah. Like when I look at the sensations and yeah, look at the sensations without assumptions, then that's clear.
Mm.
But then, you know, when I'm going through my everyday tasks, you know, and I'm not looking clearly at the experience of the body, then there's just that automatic kind of
Function.
I yeah, and sense that I'm a body moving through space.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, and I thought maybe that's what you were talking about when you were talking about if you kind of look clearly at what the experience of the body is, then it can can be retextualized
Mm.
into being an experience in awareness rather than
Yes.
yeah, rather than me being in a body. Yeah.
Yeah. Or for most people, they would say they are the body.
Yeah. 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 Mm, yeah. That's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank.
Hello.
Hi.
There's a thing I would like to look into. It's causing a lot of emotion. I'm living in a sort of community.
Mm.
Everybody has their own house, but the garden is to, um, together.
Mhm.
And there is one woman in this community, and she triggers me a lot.
Mhm.
There's a lot of emotion coming up, and um, I see in her, I'm going to talk very not spiritual correct, okay?
Mhm.
I talk about her and me, and um, we can look into that later, but she found it very hard to make mistakes. So in her view, mistakes are not allowed to enter her mind or something. So even she forgets things what she said, and even it looks like she lies. I don't know if that's really her. She means well, but what gets triggered in me when I hear things that are not true or are misremembered or remembered very differently, then there's a very huge anger coming in me, and yeah, I don't know what it exactly is, but can we have a look?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, just to get the language a little bit more aligned with our knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say she triggers you, what's clear is it's unconscious patterns in her.
Yeah.
Triggers unconscious patterns in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's I would more say like it's in within the personality. And of course the personality exists of patterns, but the personality, yeah, it's very
but it's not her.
Eventually, no.
Yeah.
When her what she the soul, or what, however you could name it, I don't know.
Okay, so just as long as we're clear, there's patterns, touching patterns. Okay.
Yeah.
So now there's an interest to see, okay, something happens and something in you responds with anger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and if it was up to you, I don't think it would happen. Is that correct?
The anger
No.
would not come up. No.
Yeah, so we can see that somehow it doesn't have to do with you. It's just touching something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a belief, an idea, something,
Yeah. There's a belief that it's the belief that everybody should speak the truth. Not the truth, but not lie. I mean, everybody should be honest. And I don't know, I know she is not dishonest. That's not the case, but it appears like so. And it's because I can see it's because of the that it's absolutely not possible to have mistakes in her. So yeah. And when I get angry, then I project on her, and then I make her even more. There's more mistakes in her, and then her defense pattern becomes even bigger, and then we are really in a struggle. And yeah, now I most of the time I walk away, so I don't vomit the anger. But yeah, I'm living in this community, and
so the touch happens.
Yeah.
You say, and the touch is something that's not rational or logical.
No.
Yeah. So
I feel it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just Yeah, and then the anger comes, and then something tries to rationalize it or understand it, or but you just know that somehow when there's a disagreement, you could say, about perception, really. Someone sees things very differently.
Yeah.
I remember one of my kids, the youngest one, went through a phase where she would talk about her memories, and it was like the rest of the family would look and go, wow, that's interesting. She saw it completely different than the rest of us. The rest of us seemed to have a different sense of memory, and it was interesting to. It was like, wow, somehow she's really in another universe or different.
Yeah.
She's seeing through a different lens, and for her, it was absolutely. She was certain it was like that, and so funny thing, what do? You still know you're wrong. Your memory is not working properly, or wow, we just see it differently. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big challenge to live together when there are such different perspectives.
And that's with almost everybody, actually. If you start talking about religion, politics, or like that, people get crazy.
Yeah.
Because people see it so differently.
Yeah.
And with so much passion, a lot of times it's. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But the other, I would say the real her, real me, which is not her and me anymore, but just to fly around as souls. That's also, we also have a garden and have so how to I mean, when I would be in heaven and I would not have conflict with her, there would not even be her, and then there would be just experience and just what is. But then there is also a daily life. There is also, in this case, a garden that we share, and plans to make, work to do, and everything.
Yes, and she has different ideas, huh? How to do it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not about that there's only different ideas, but yeah, there's more happening here because the trigger is so much. Yeah, yeah,
So you were kind of curious. What's happening in you that triggers so strongly? So that anger sounds like fight, it's like
yeah,
somewhere searching, like the response that's coming from you doesn't seem appropriate to this.
no,
So there's something else loaded there. It's like,
yeah, very much. That's very clear. Yeah, yeah,
and it's not anything you're doing, it's just playing somewhere.
yeah,
And you can see it.
Yeah.
The only thing you just notice that there's a response happening in you that when you're quiet doesn't seem appropriate to the circumstances.
No,
It feels,
no,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can
And
feel it right now very much. And
yeah,
I can't grasp what it is. So
yeah,
I feel the anger, I feel it in my mouth and in my belly. And
mm,
I also feel the resistance or the voices that, oh, please keep it quiet.
mm.
Mm. Yeah, there's also sadness. And it's probably from very early childhood, something that's touched. Yeah.
So in a way, to me, it's like recognizing that there's old information
Mm-hmm.
that's getting touched.
Mm-hmm.
It goes out of the dynamic of being upset with her and trying to get her to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes just into, you hear there's something coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and a willingness and interest to just allow it to be, and possibly that it'll reveal itself, and so that it
Mm-hmm.
can get met, you could say, and uh,
Yeah. Yeah, one thing that helps is the thought that it's not wrong that these feelings comes up.
yeah,
That's the first thing.
yeah,
Yeah. There's very much shame about anger, and it's not.
mm,
I can see that it's not only in me. I see it in society also. And of
mm,
course, anger is very difficult.
mm,
It can be really ugly and
mm,
destructive even.
yeah,
So I understand that, but that makes it sometimes hard to look at it in a way with soft eyes. Yeah,
mm, mm.
yeah.
Yeah, because the whole nature of anger is
Mm-hmm.
to provide enough energy to get something that we think needs to be different.
Yeah, yeah, or to
So
protect, or yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm wondering if this is interesting for the rest of the people, or
we can go to gallery view and you can ask the question if you like.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks. It's really nice to feel that. Yeah, that I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way, for now, it's okay. It's not
Okay.
totally revealed, but
Mm,
I feel tears in my eyes, and
mm,
thanks very much.
yeah.
And
Thanks.
yeah,
Jennifer.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Jennifer.
I can ask you a question. So the depth of this piece gets, I can't, indescribable. Just deeper and deeper. And yet there's been a holding on my right side. And I've been looking at it to just to really pay attention, like gently pay attention to, is there something that happens that makes it hold tight? And no matter what I look at, it's always who's aware of it, I am. But that doesn't help with this, I'll call it, yeah, like this, I'll call it a pain that where it grips tight. And I was paying attention to when it lets go, like why all of a sudden is it just opening and everything is just and then it does it again. I haven't figured that out yet. I mean, I experienced the whoa, but yeah, is there anything you can say about that? What triggers these holdings in the nervous system?
Sure. You know, mostly in me, I could say, the way it just doesn't interest. It's just like I can never really know. So
Is that the final answer?
yeah, you know, I've, I've played around with it and I've never really, I just find it's, the main interest is just recognizing it appears in awareness, that's it. And the rest is,
And do these things just make their way whenever they make their way, or not?
yeah, you know. I know that there's recurring tightnesses that happen in the body.
I'm happy to join, but perhaps she is not interested. So that's fine. You are not available. So you are, what time you are?
Mustafa, it sounds like you're, yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, it's,
Thank you, Isaac.
you should have. And Bettina, I saw you had your hand up. Is it you still want them? Cool, and afterwards can be Emily. Right now it's Bettina.
Hi.
Hi.
Actually, it's changed already. It's changing all the time. It's but there's something in the issues today from everyone that resonates in here. And I noticed that this system is also busy with every kind of projection. If it's somewhere there, or if it's the whole world situation, or is it this body here? It's and then this scene gets in this fight modus, or this wanna be it different, and what to do, how to do. Is there something to do? And actually, there's the wish to rest. Really, please, how gets? And is it allowed to rest? It's really, it's not possible. Actually, there's also an idea that's that's not the right way to rest. It's it has to be always different. Uh, no help. Thank you.
Emily.
Hello.
Hi.
Mm, I like to share what happened when I was listening to Henk. It touched a spot, and I'm very grateful for it. It touched a spot that was, I felt like being guilty of not doing, of not living up to the expectations of other people, a guilt about it. And I see I've been always doing my best to live up to expectations. And when in a conversation with someone, it seems like they blame me that I'm not doing enough or not being the person they would have liked me to be, then I get very, how do you say that? Reactive. I don't want to hear that. And I shut off. I don't want to listen. And with the exploration of Henk, it came into view, like there is that reaction is like a defense of this feeling of being guilty of not being good enough. And after that came maybe to make the conversation that we stay more in tune, maybe it's good to acknowledge that sometimes I cannot do or be the person that they would like me to be. Sometimes I just cannot do things which people would really like me to do, or yeah, maybe expect me to do, but that there's also an acknowledging towards myself, actually, that no, I cannot live up to that. Yeah, that was what was triggered in me. Because when I shut down the conversation, it also feels not good in a way. Yeah, I'm looking a way out of this.
I think we know that if there are expectations that are believed in, then for sure there's going to be projection and upset that's going to project. In fact, the moment there's an expectation, there's an upset that's projecting.
It's a little bit unclear to me, I said. You mean that the expectations come from here?
No, any expectation anywhere.
Yeah.
If there's any expectation, for sure then there's going to be an upset. Then there is an upset. The expectation is really an upset.
Yeah.
So any expectation of how we should be or how anything should be,
yeah,
there's an upset of it.
Yeah. Of course, I understand. That is already an upset. I understand.
Yeah.
But for me to also go then in a reactive pattern doesn't help.
You're trying to live within other people's expectations. Well, that's not a very easy life, for sure, because for one thing, a lot of times we don't know what the expectations are, or if they do, it's like, it's feels like an imposition. It feels like,
But then it's more like boundary setting, or am I wrong?
Yeah, just, I mean, it's just seeing, look, okay, it feels like there's an expectation. And I know that, you can't help yourself, but for me, I know that the moment that expectation is believed in, there's upset. There's, depending on how strong the expectation is, that upset can be pretty intense.
Yeah. Okay, clear.
But what does it have to do with us? Nothing. And usually, the other person would not have an expectation. Consciously, because they know they're suffering. So to be going on unconsciously, somewhere the system has picked up that habit to expect and believe in it, and to then, using everything that they know to try and get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it would not be that much fun around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. But also for me, it's good to acknowledge that I just am not like some superwoman who can keep on filling in all the expectations. I mean, that's the point for me, that there is an acknowledgement. Sorry, I cannot do it, and that's also quite difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's just clear. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not really interested in living in that projection field.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That is clear, Isaac. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
actually
thank you.
the only point. And thank you, Henk,
Yeah.
for helping me there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Mm.
Can't remember if I promised anyone else. No, I guess not. Saturi.
Hello,
Hey.
beloved.
Yeah. Thank you. Iska.
Oh jee. Oh, terrible. Oh, there's a big acceptation of being honest to each other.
Yeah.
And
Good
it's
to notice. Yeah, you get to notice.
there's hurt.
Mm. That would come with any expectation.
Yes, you said that already. Yes.
Yeah? So just honoring that there's something playing that where you call an expectation and then acceptance.
But then it's unsafety. Then there's a looking of the safety with the other. Because it's not safe. There is no safety. You agree?
I haven't found it. The safety, the only safety is when there's no expectation, no doer, no just resting as awareness. Then there's no question of safety or unsafety. There's just
Okay, yes. Mm.
if we want to be safe, then what we have to build a steel room with 6 feet of concrete around the whole thing. Mm.
Boundaries around.
Yeah. And then are we safe? I don't know.
No. Mm. So it's only an idea to get safe.
In my view, yeah.
Mm. Thank you.
Going to leave.
Did you say my name?
I did.
Oh, good. There are impulses to speak, but then I throw them in the sea again. But I do have this deep wish, deeper than any ocean, let's say, to have a lot of signposts, or I don't know how to say it, reminders um, to come back to the natural state. This is Evangelia speaking now,
Mhm.
but uh, and she wants it really badly. And she says, how can I remind myself as much as I can to stay on this place? So if you want to comment on it, you are welcome, but I'm just saying what the headline of today is.
How can you leave here?
I
And what
didn't hear
is
this
it?
very well. Sorry.
How can I would change the question? How could you leave here?
How could I live here?
Leave.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, I know this, Isaac.
I know. So it's like the only thing that leaves is our attention, but we never
Yes.
that's it. So we're here. We are that in which everything appears. So it's like we can let go. It can't go anywhere.
Yeah, but this is for, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. And what moves the attention. So then it's just bringing attention back again and again until it becomes a habit.
Yeah,
The
and
moment there's a noticing that attention is moved, however that happens, that's the moment in that noticing where it's possible just to return awareness to its source, to awareness.
yeah. I think that's it for today. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hmm. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello, you hear me?
I hear you perfect.
Well, about this expectation, when a plan is made or that you or whatever, there's kind of reasonable expectation. I think you expect it to get a certain result, but you can't be sure, of course. But is that correct observation?
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about an expectation of ourselves or an expectation of another? So an expectation of ourselves, a plan happens, and then the plan either happens or it doesn't happen. Just us with ourselves, like you could say, like, so there's a plan, and then something else happens and it doesn't happen. So then, there's a way where we could get hard on ourselves. Oh, didn't follow through on something, or there's just an easiness. Okay, life went on another way. So, I mean, I'm not sure how many times it happens. Like today, I'd like to accomplish this, and then something else happens entirely. In how this life functions, that's fairly regularly. There's so many unknown factors. I'd love that to happen, and then there's a knock on the door, or an email, or something comes, and another direction happens. It's just like, or emails stop working, or who knows what happened. It's just, yeah. Somehow for me, plans are fun, and they happen or they don't happen. It's just, yeah. if if it looks like there's another person involved, of course, it's wonderful to communicate, and even there sometimes spacing out happens or whatever, and then all that you have left then is a sorry. That's it. What can you do? Just like I know for me, this is if I have a plan with someone and something comes in the way and they can communicate, it's great. It's like then it frees me up in a certain sense. But oftentimes then that doesn't happen. You're left with what happened, somehow. We had a plan and there was no communication. I can see sometimes can be, well, that's upsetting, or okay, I understand. Not worth it to get upset about anything, actually.
But where I am is I'm stuck in feeling betrayed.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
I can't blame the other person because I understand the motives, except that I expected to have some solidarity, but I don't think there's such a thing in the reality.
yeah, yeah. So then you can just see that feeling of betrayal comes, and you can see that what can you do? It's like the feeling comes, and then you either it gets worshipped and believed in, or you go, wow, I can see how the orientation produces that sense of betrayal, but it's not worth it to put any energy into it. Just who betrayed whom?
Betrayal is happening, yeah, of course, but
Yeah, or a sense of betrayal. Then the betrayal is it with you, with yourself, that you believe something that wasn't going to happen. That would be in a sense.
To make it concrete, I was involved for about 13 years to a small family with 2 children. And last year, October 31, the parents blocked everything, the phone lines, everything, and no explanation. And the person who brought it to me, she told me half things, not complete, not making sense, and no solidarity, no support at all. I mean, I think so. After so many years of investing, is it so strange that there's some expectation that there's at least a little bit of respect and openness, but it's not there.
So you can see that if it goes down that track of look, you don't understand, it's clear. It's not the way you would function. It's clear. But if you go down the track of feeling betrayal, I don't think that's so healthy for your own body or for anybody for that matter. It's just like it's a hurt. It's just a hurt, and not being present to the hurt in a gentle way. It's like wanting something to be different so that you can feel better.
Well, it's more that one of the children, I think she's hurt very bad by it. Like, maybe it might be a projection or whatever, but I don't think it is. And that's why I have this urgent feeling for a year now, every day, to do something about it. But I can't find can't find a way to do it. I only feel, and there's nobody left to talk about it anymore, because the few people I have, they have heard enough. I understand.
Yeah, I get it. No, thanks for bringing it here. But the only thing I can suggest is just to see, okay, there's hurt. There's not understanding, not knowing why or how. And so, it's like,
just accept it and go on.
I don't know even if it's accepting it. It's more like seeing that
there's nothing to do.
Where thoughts come up that
they don't bring any solution.
That feed that sense of betrayal, because that's not healthy for you. that would be something going on in you. You know, we don't know what happened with those people. We just don't know.
No.
Yeah, who knows?
But I'm somehow stuck in it, and that's why I bring it up. After a year, still there.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Yeah, so there's hurt basically. So
Yeah,
in you. So
and
there's a hurt and a misbelief. Why?
yeah,
Why
it
would
goes
this?
nowhere.
Yeah, it goes. It just was okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm sorry to hear what's going on in you, but I also know that somewhere there's an opportunity in it. And really just that somehow the priority is peace, and wishing these people and yourself and everyone well, without needing to understand, without needing to hear anything. I mean, I understand it's so human to want to know why. You know, there's love, there's
But even if there's some respect in people, they understand there's a question, and they take the trouble to explain themselves. But in this case, not at all.
in this case, not at all. Yeah. So all you know is that something's going on that you don't have a clue what it is.
Yeah, well, I tried to find out the deeper meaning for me in it, but
Yeah.
I'm not very successful till now.
You know, so I would say, did you enjoy the time you had with the family?
Great.
Yeah. So that
Time of my
then
life.
then take that as a gift. That was a gift that you
Yeah,
got.
of course. I'm very grateful.
And then,
thankful.
yeah, that's it. And that gratefulness, wow, thank you to life, to that you could have that. And of course, now there's pain, and okay, there's pain. Thank you for this. And you know, like take the opportunity to really be present, to come out of the suffering.
Yeah, I have to, because else it's no going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
I have another issue as well. Can I bring it up?
Sure, with pleasure.
I'm gonna have eye surgery next week. Coming
Okay.
week. Finally, but the whole body, the whole system is shouting no.
Okay.
And of course, it is also related to my former experiences with experiments in the past. The results were always upside down. They never happened like the way it should. And and of course, the choice is made not by me or by anyone. The choice made itself.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know how to. Some part wants to cancel it.
Yeah, look, I so understand, because you're not in control. It's like
Sorry?
you're not in control. It's like you
No,
have to give
no.
over.
No,
And
in both ways, you're not sure what the outcome will be.
Is eye surgery for new lenses or cataract or what?
Like glaucoma.
Glaucoma, okay. And so I'm sure you've done research to see how successful that approach is. Some things are relatively, I could say, have a very high percentage chance of success.
In this case, no. It's they're trying to sound it like that, but if you read very carefully, you see there are lots of people getting in trouble afterwards, getting blind immediately or something. Of course, most people go well, but because I'm not, my body is not responding after the last 15, 20 years in a way it should, according to the eye doctor. So that makes me very
nervous. Yeah. Yeah, you know, look, I don't think anyone can tell you that, Willem. I mean, somehow it's like you get quiet, and there's either a yes for it or a no for it, and
yes, and I don't have to feel responsible because it's not in my hands.
Exactly.
But people will call me help me responsible, especially when I don't do it and it goes wrong. And say, "See, you should have gone to the doctor." The other way around would be a different story, of course.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, it's a funny life, eh?
Okay, I think I have enough input for this.
Yeah, thanks, Philip. Yeah. Ah, Mustafa.
Hi, Isa.
Hey, Mustafa. Sebastian.
Hey, Isaac.
Hi, Sebastian.
Something just, I figured something out. You, we, some people have been talking about expectations and planning. And what I did just the other day was I had this day where I planned of having no plans. Just I could sleep as long as I wanted and I didn't have to do anything or just do nothing. But what happened is I went up early and I did a bunch of wonderful things and I went out to the sauna and I met some people. I don't. It's not my friends, but they always invite me to somewhere after the sauna, and I always say no. But they still do it. So, but I had no plan about it. And then other days I have plans and also things are happening there. So, what's the whole idea of all these plans? I mean, And yeah, what I figured out was that the day I didn't plan anything, it was one of the best days.
Mhm.
Not because nothing happened, but it would be okay. I mean, but it something is figuring it out by itself. Mm, mm. Thanks.
Thank you. Susanna. Hi. You need to unmute. Ah, okay. All right. Eva, I think it must have been you that was hosting. Thank you. Thanks all. Love, peace, beauty,